Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Happy Halloween. Early Halloween. We have like quite a few days, but yes, this is my September wrap-up. I will be basically going through all of the books I read in September and all the books I plan to read in October. So yes, welcome to the video, I guess. And yeah, we'll get straight into it. I started off September by reading the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I don't know, I really like this series. It starts with a good girl's guide to murder, goes to good girl bad blood, and then ends with As Good as Dead. So yeah, it didn't take me that long to read. It took me like a week to read the whole series, and I honestly very much enjoyed this. It's very get into the fall moods, the academic weapon, the solving mysteries, true crime, even though it's fiction, very those kind of vibes. So honestly, I think this was a great way to start September. I definitely recommend this series if you haven't read it, and if you have, watch the Netflix show right now because it is so good. And yeah, moving on. After that, I read Perfect Little World by Kevin Wilson, which is basically about a social study about how children being raised in a household with more parents and children than just their nuclear family that they're not related to at all, how their development will be in contrast to other children outside. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I do enjoy this book a lot. There are some trigger warnings, so I would look those up. But yeah, this is a very interesting book, and it was very fun to read. So I recommend this definitely. Next, I read Anatomy, which it was giving dark academia, you know, if you can tell by the cover, and it's actually set in like Gothic times. So it's about a girl who wants to be a surgeon, but it's set in Gothic times, so she cannot study to become a surgeon because she is a woman. So I thought this was very interesting. It was obviously not going to be medically accurate for the 21st century because it's set in the Gothic times. Like, it was medically accurate for then, but like, you don't need to balance out the four humors. You just need to wash your hands, bro. And probably all their problems that existed in this book might have been a little bit minimized if they had washed their hands. That's just my hot take. But obviously, it was a very good book. It was definitely historically accurate, and it was sad towards the end. It was sad. It was very emotional, but yeah, I liked this book. I recommend it. If you like historical fiction, then you might like this. I don't know. It was kind of dark academia. If you're interested in medicine, this might not be the book for you because it's not like actually accurate at all. But yeah, okay. Then I read a graphic novel called Mismatch. Now this book is a queer modern adaptation of Emma, and the art style is so cute. I can't. This book was so cute. Well, obviously it's gonna give Clueless because they're both based off of Emma, but it was giving Clueless on another level. Like, yes, I just loved this book. Honestly, I would read Emma first, obviously, because like, you won't appreciate it nearly as much if you don't read Emma first, I feel like. But I loved this book. It was actually so good. And the main character, he's not supposed to be likable. The whole point of Emma by Jane Austen is that she was writing a character that nobody would much like except for herself. And honestly, I love Emma. I can't. Me and Jane Austen must just have like similar tastes in characters because I love Emma. She's so precious. And so yeah, I did love this book and I recommend it definitely. now I am reading Villette by Charlotte Bronte. I plan to finish this book today. So far, I like it very much, but I'm not going to give a detailed, like, review of it until I finish it, because I want to make sure it's like I'm getting all my points straight. But yeah, I like it so far. It's very cute. That's not even the right word. It's very, I don't know, it's feeling like it might be a 5-star read. It's definitely one of my favorite classics I've read from this time period so far. It's by Charlotte Bronte, and I did like Jane Eyre, but I think I like this a little bit more. I'm trying to decide, since the only other book I read by the Bronte sisters other than Jane Eyre is Wuthering Heights. I'm trying to decide if this tops Wuthering Heights, but it's been a while since I read it, so I don't really know. But so far, I really like this, and I will let you know when I finish it if I recommend it or not. So yes, this is all the books I have read in September, and moving on to the next little segment. Oh, also, I forgot to add, in between reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and reading Perfect Little World, I did read 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, who also wrote A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I liked it a lot. I gave it 4 stars. I'm pretty sure it was really good. No spoilers. Literally anything I say about this book will be a spoiler. It was so good. Just read it. Yeah. For my October TBR, first of all, I'm going to finish Villette, although I will probably finish it today, which is currently the 28th of September. So yes, I'll probably finish this before October starts. And then after I read Villette, I'm going to start The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Right now I'm just doing a total Holly Jackson binge because I am obsessed with her writing style and like the mystery, true crime-ish aesthetic. It's such a vibe. I love it. It's giving fall. I'm loving it. And then after I read that, I am going to read The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway, because I'm on a mission to find a new like classics author that I can just read, binge their entire bibliography, because I finished all the Jane Austen works and now I'm really sad because I can't just read Jane Austen for the first time anymore. I can't be like, oh, I've read a bunch of Jane Austen works, but I want to read one for the first time. I can't do that anymore. It makes me so sad. So yes, I am going to read The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway, and I did read The Old Man and the Sea by him, but I've heard better things about this book. The Old Man and the Sea, it was not, it's not my favorite book of all time, we'll just say that. But yes, I have high expectations for this book, and I am excited to read it. And then after that, I am going to read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I am very late to the party on this one. I feel like last year this book definitely had a spike in popularity, I think. I wonder how long has this book been out? Why am I so bad at finding this? This book came out in 2022, so I think it definitely had a spike in popularity this year, or last year, or whatever. So I'm late to the party, definitely, but I am excited to read this book since everybody seems to love it. Everybody who I've ever heard has read this book loves it. So I have very high expectations. Basically, I need a book that's like not a romance, that's just like a friendship, and that's what this book is. And it's about video games, and I don't know, sounds good. Literary fiction. I haven't read enough literary fiction yet. I mean, that's obviously not true because I just read a Kevin Wilson book, but I want more like, I don't know, I want the more Sally Rooney spectrum of literary fiction than like Anne Patchett's side of the spectrum of literary fiction, and I'm not sure what side of the spectrum this will be on, but maybe it'll be like up here, down here, I don't know. I guess we'll find out, but I am very excited to read this book. I have very high hopes. And yeah, moving on. After I read tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, I will be reading Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, because this author, Becky Albertalli, if that's how you pronounce their name, has a blurb on like some of my favorite books. I'm pretty sure they have a blurb on The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch, which is like, Robbie Couch might be one of my favorite authors ever. Like, he's so good at writing. And then, if I'm not wrong, they also have a little blurb on the back of I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. And Mason Deaver, that book lives rent-free in my brain all the time. Like, I love it. And then the only book I found that I actually own physically that they have a blurb on the back, on the front, it's on the front, is Meet Cute Diary. And basically this book was so good. I read it in the eating disorder facility, so honestly I don't actually know if this book was good or not. I just remember it being really cute and like uplifting. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this book. And yeah, so if this author has blurbs on like some of my favorite books, then how good is their book gonna be? Like, anyways, that's what I'm gonna find out. So yeah, that is my October TBR. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Jesus loves you. Stay safe, stay happy, and bye!